It's week 7 of the 2022 season, and we'll see Zach Wilson. He had a solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Jets and the Broncos, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the New York Jets and the Denver Broncos. Brandon Garden joined as always by Charles Davis. Hey, CD, you look at the Broncos in this one, they've got to be thinking, hey, we've got a good chance to be successful here running the football.
No doubt about that, because that has to be their mindset. It should be their mindset. This is one of the better rushing offenses in the league, and they're squaring off against a team that's not at all strong on the other side of the ball. So this could be one where we see this offense try to impose their will through the trenches, and in fact, they should.
We go from Denver. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. We'll get our first look at this New York Jets offense, really retooled the last couple of seasons. And at the helm under center, second overall pick from 2021 out of BYU, Zach Wilson.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. Because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Now the first running back drafted in April, this is Breece Hall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good 15 yards and a first. There's Wilson to throw. Open man is Uzomah. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner, it makes it tough to defend.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Throwing on 2nd down, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 33. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a 1st.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Wilson. That is incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Wilson. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 18. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Game there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering it. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making a big-time play?
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Wilson. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run with Hall. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Ball again. And this time he'll run into a wall right at the 4-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
A very lengthy opening drive as this will be play number 12 coming on 3rd and goal. Now it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Take it in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Time for our first look at the Denver offense and, of course, the new face of the Broncos, 9-time Pro Bowler while in Seattle, Russell Wilson.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game, so he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 23. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 33. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Call again on 2nd down. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Wilson. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 9 catches, 75 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Pat Surtain up to make the play.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run. Probing now early to try and get things done later.
They'll go again with Hall. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll run with Hall. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. So Wilson runs off, and now they will go to the man they call Greg the Leg, Greg Zuerlein. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
A kind of a throwback weekend for our primetime games here in Week 7. Later tonight, a couple of the great AFC teams of the 70s do battle. The Steelers and Dolphins from Miami on Sunday night. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Bears and Patriots from Foxborough. A rematch of Super Bowl 20. Bears won that one 46-10. But fear not for the Patriots, if I remember correctly. Only won a few in the years following. Good for 22 and a first down. Here's Wilson. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Broncos sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Open man Hamler, that's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
We know Melvin Gordon is very effective getting to the perimeter. But being a former University of Wisconsin Badger means you know how to run the ball inside and with power as well. I also like the fact that he's a weapon in the passing game. Had as many as 58 catches in a season. Throw it to him in space and look out.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
Throwing is Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer. But he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
4th down, Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal. The kick by McManus is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal here.
And what a luxury it is to have the kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Jets take it over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. More than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Denver's offense now set to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Wilson able to get this to Gordon. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield. Everyone trying to account for someone. Unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
On first down, Wilson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's a give up the middle. It's Gordon. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
The kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll run it up the middle now. Gordon. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Fourth down, Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal. The kick by McManus is good, and it will tie things up at 6-6. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And New York set to take the field. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Throwing on second and long. Wilson. There's Hall bringing in another one. Call it a gain of a yard. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. There'll be a gain of 5 in the punt team, and they'll come out on 4th down. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Fielded at about the 28. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. And he slings one that's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Wilson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half, as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
To throw again on 2nd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming out 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
This time they stay on the ground. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. It's taken to the 26. So we have reached halftime here with not much scoring between these two teams. 6-6 our score. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll get started out west in Las Vegas.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. All right. Both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. All even through one half of football as we get back underway in quarter number 3. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as he'll have it first to begin this third quarter. Well, first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
To throw again on second down, Wilson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, Wilson will keep it. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
And I do believe that sometimes as a defender, when you see read option, you're just making an educated guess because the offense feels like no matter what move you make, it turns out right for them. Sometimes it can burn you making that guess, but I think here, he said, I'm pursuing the quarterback no matter what he does. And this time, he picked the right option.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. Just a gain of a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Slot man moves right. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
Here's Berrios. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Jets will take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. From the 24, Wilson. First target, first catch, and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to run.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. On the draw, it's Hall. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
5 yards that time out situation. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. This is taken at about the 14. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
On the slant, completes to Sutton. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Third and 2, now Wilson.
Got a man complete, it's Hamler.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets 35. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track. Up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down.
Big Quinnen Williams continuing to improve in the middle of that line for New York. Had 13 sacks in his last 2 seasons, which is excellent for a defensive tackle.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
What's the deal, y'all? Let's go get in there. That's what it is. That's what it is.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
They go play action now. Wilson.
This pass caught by Hamler.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets 14. A good pickup there, 22.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
On 2nd down, Williams. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Welcome back now to Denver. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. The offense on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now the handoff comes to
Stewart. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Gordon diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. Well, I think we both got to thinking the team that scores the first TD may be the one to win this football game, and here we go. Our first touchdown, and it comes in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and it's a testament that both of these defenses were able to hold the line this long, but now, on the other side of the field, they've got to be thinking if they got it done, we should be able to punch one in ourselves.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And it's up and good. It's still the lead to 14-6. A 10-play drive that time. And it's capped off by a touchdown run coming from Melvin Gordon. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. And now out come the Jets. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson will set up the screen for Hall. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Play action. Now Wilson. Middle complete. It's Wilson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Hall want to give up the middle. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 36. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
And check down complete to Hall. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Play action. It's Wilson. And he completes it to Berrios. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 23 yards the pickup there. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Straight ahead is Hall. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackle made by Everson Griffin. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll look to run with Hall. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's manned the backfield and goes backwards. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
That was a huge play on 3rd down, so now what? Do you go for it? Do you trust your offense? Or do you want to put on your defense to try and get the ball back? Me? I'm going for it right here.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
Going for it, it's Carter.
And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Bronco defense comes up big. So the failure to convert, no doubt, really hurts. But this one's not over. Good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they still got an opportunity.
And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. This is Gordon as they go to him again. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On the counter, here's Gordon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Wilson to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
The kick by McManus is good, and that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot
you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
So here's Wilson and the Jets down by 10. 1:38 to go. Throwing now is Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Oh, Wilson going to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. 146 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Here's Wilson. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Quinnen Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and the lead will hold at 10. So this one will line up a Denver victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they...
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable.